So today, we're going to dig into a really fascinating question, one that's inspired by the teachings of the spiritual mentor Sri Vethathiri Maharishi. And the question is this: is perfect health something you have to buy, or is it something you can simply claim? Let's get into it.
I mean, what if I told you that according to this philosophy, perfect health isn't some luxury item? It's not even a far-off goal you have to strive for. What if it's your fundamental natural state, like right from the moment you were born?
And get this, the only cost isn't money or complicated medicine or some crazy routine. Nope, it's just attention. The focused, conscious attention you give to your own body, your mind, and your energy. That's a pretty powerful idea, right?
All right, so let's jump right into the first core concept from this material. This idea that health is a universal inheritance. You could even call it a gift from the cosmos itself.
You know, the philosophy here is just beautifully simple. The logic basically goes like this. If the universe, nature, and life itself are all given to us freely, then why on earth would our own health be any different? It kind of reframes health, doesn't it? It's not something you have to achieve, but an intrinsic part of this free, natural order of things.
And the person behind all these profound ideas? That's Sri Vethathiri Maharishi. His teachings on the deep connection between universal energy and our own well-being, well, that's the foundation for everything we're going to explore today.
Okay, now this diagram, this is where it gets really interesting, because it shows that connection visually. See, over on the left, you've got universal magnetism. That's the cosmic stuff like ether, air, and fire. The diagram shows how that energy is believed to flow right into us, transforming into our biomagnetism on the right. And notice how it connects. Ether is linked to our life force, or prana. Air literally powers our lungs, and fire fuels our nervous system. So in this view, our body is like a mini universe.
Okay, but wait. If all that is true, if health is this natural cosmic gift that's just powered by the universe, then that brings up a huge, obvious question, doesn't it?
Exactly. If this free gift of health is our birthright, then why is illness so incredibly common? Why does it feel like we're constantly fighting for something that should just be ours, naturally?
Well, this is where it gets a little more complex. The material actually shows us two sides of the same coin. On one hand, you have the beautiful ideal. Health is free. But then there's the reality check. Just like knowledge, health requires our attention. It might be free, but it's not exactly automatic.
And this is the real kicker. The teachings say we are the ones creating the cost. It's our own laziness, our ignorance, the food we eat, skipping exercise, getting stuck in our own heads, all those habitual comforts. We end up creating this health debt. We pay for it with illness because we just neglected to pay with attention in the first place.
So this is where it all clicks into place, you know? The idea that health is free, but it costs us our attention. If attention is the currency, then our mind is basically the bank. And the source material gives us this absolutely stunning, real-world example of how powerful that can be. It all boils down to this simple but profound little equation from a personal testimony by someone named Padma Priya D., who really put this whole idea of mind-based healing to the ultimate test.
Now, to put this in perspective, she suffered from a severe skin condition for 20 years. And doctors had basically told her it was incurable, something she would just have to live with and manage. So we're not talking about a small problem here. This was a chronic, long-term battle.
So, what was the prescription? You're not going to believe this. No pills, no creams, nothing like that. Instead, the entire treatment was internal. First, she used a powerful daily autosuggestion, basically telling herself with conviction that she would be cured. And second, she practiced mindfully blessing the affected skin every day. That's it. That was the whole treatment.
And the result? After all this, get this, a 90% recovery. And remember, this was just from these mind-based practices. No new diet, no different lifestyle, her environment was the same. It's just an incredible testament to the idea that our own mind might be the most powerful pharmacy we have.
Okay, so a story like that is incredible, right? But it makes you wonder, how? What's the mechanism behind it? Well, let's look at the models from the philosophy that explain how our bodies are actually designed for wellness. Well, one of the authors, Dr. Madhavan, actually came up with something he calls the good health equation. Now, don't worry, it's not some crazy math problem you have to solve. It's more of a model, a way to think about the core pieces of our well-being.
So let's break down what those letters mean. R is for respiratory circulation, our breathing. N is for neurosignals, our nervous system. And B is for blood circulation. You can think of them as the three big currents flowing through our body. Basically, the idea is, when these three things are flowing smoothly and in sync, well, good health is just what happens. It's the natural result.
But it doesn't stop there. The teachings get even more specific with this idea of a biomagnetic clock, a natural rhythm that our body follows every single day. The concept is that our organs have peak energy at different times. So you see, the lungs are at their peak between 3 and 5 in the morning, which is why that's apparently the perfect time for deep breathing exercises. And the stomach peaks between 7 and 9 a.m., the ideal time to eat breakfast. So by aligning what we do with this natural clock, we're paying attention in a really powerful way.
Okay, so after all of that, what's the big takeaway here? How do we pull all these ideas together into something we can actually use?
And this is where we get this beautiful little twist on the whole idea. Health isn't just free, as in, costs no money. It's freedom. It's a state that emerges when you achieve freedom from all the things that get in its way. The negative thoughts, the bad habits, the simple neglect.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? The journey to wellness, according to this view, isn't about going out and buying some magic cure. It's an internal job of freeing yourself, removing the blockages so the health that is already yours, your birthright, can finally shine through. So that really leaves us with one last powerful question to think about. Your health is right there, free for you to claim. The only question is, how will you choose to be free?